This is Samantha from Wisconsin. I am the dragon's daughter, and I swear to you, those who harm you will die screaming.
Hey, Sister Speak fam, this is Jackie from Silicon Valley, and this is your PSA to KTSS. Keep that shit short, and sign up for the Patreon if you can, because we all love our sisters as much as a Targaryen loves, their siblings.
Greetings from Dame Goody of the North. Kakalaki, worst of her name, sour like dill pickles, bringing fuck around and find out energy to the Sistahs guard.
Hey, Sister Speak Nation, this is Joseph from Las Vegas. I graciously would like to thank the old gods and the new for not allowing the old showrunners of our beloved Dem Thrones from being a part of this so far wonderful prequel series. Dracarys.
Hey sisters, this is Ray from Cali in Texas now, calling to leave my tagline. Well, we see that Jon Snow ain't the only one who knows nothing. King Viserys, you ain't got to be worried about no secrets of the long night, bruh. D&D destroyed that storyline, and Arya killed him. Yep, not a factor.
Welcome to the new Sister Speak House of the Dragon, where we podcast the HBO original series House of the Dragon from a sister's point of view. I am Sister LM.
I'm Sister J.
I'm Sister A.
And I am Sister K. And welcome to episode number 1.
Hey,
Let's
everybody.
get started.
Hi.
Woo-hoo.
Hey.
Welcome, everyone.
The beauty wave.
Young and old, new and not so new, OG family and new family. Welcome to our brand new podcast for House of the Dragon. And for those of y'all who don't know us, we're going to give a little extra intro to ourselves than we normally do. Before we get into the episode, we like to do something we call our lippies, swaggin', and what we are drinking of the episode. What we're sipping,
Lippin' and sipping.
Lippin',
and
sippin',
swaggin'.
drinking.
And swaggin'.
Yeah.
Swaggin'.
I'm blinging.
So before we get into the episode, we'll let Sister LM start us off.
Would you like to start us off with a little bit of Sister Speak history and reference our previous Game of Thrones podcast?
Yes. So for all of y'all who are brand spanking new to the sisters, Sister J and I, the oldie but goodie up in the corner, we started Sister Speak series of podcasts back in 2007 in the summer, because we were talking about Survivor and how they always try to have stereotypes of people of color in the show who can't swim or who have certain things about them that they're trying to perpetuate stereotypes. So we
started because we didn't see no Black people out in the podcast sphere talking about shows that we liked. And then it seemed to both of us that every time there was a specifically Black person on the reality shows, it was always a stereotypical same person. The angry Black woman syndrome, or the weak Black male who couldn't swim or do any challenges. So that's why we started.
That's how we started, yes. And then we morphed into... We did so many shows, the very first set of podcasts in one podcast, and we said, let's just get specific. And we did True Blood. We did Game of Thrones, Walking Dead. We did a lot. Y'all can go to the website and see what all
a whole bunch.
Plethora.
American Gods, a whole bunch of stuff up in there.
Mm-hmm.
Plethora. One of our favorite words now.
Yeah, that's our word. Plethora.
But one of our biggest podcasts, or most popular, was Game of Thrones, of course. And we loved it so until the end, but we're not going to go there today. We're going to be positive, talking about House of the Dragon and how excited we are to be back. So that's a little bit about the sisters.
Well, after so many years, and I forget how many years, but then we added 2 more sisters.
Yes. Thank you. I forgot about that part.
They sitting right there.
I think it was about 5. It's been about 6 years. 5 or 6 years ago.
A long time.
I think it's been about 8.
I think
you're
so.
right.
About 7 or 8. Yeah. It's been a long time.
Sister A joined me on a Big Brother podcast because I was missing it because Sister J was like, I'm out. And then a couple episodes later, Sister M joined and we just hit it off. And we were like, hey, join the sisterhood. And we've been all together ever since.
And we finally met in person in 2017 or 2016.
2016.
Our first Sister Speak reunion.
Oh my God.
Had never met before.
Had never met
podcasted
before.
For years.
And a whole lot of family members flew into Chicago.
Fantastic.
The best time.
It was so fun.
Yeah. That was so fun.
And
it was like we've known each other for years because we really had through the podcast.
And up until the pandemic, we had a family reunion every year.
Every
year. And 2019 threw that out the water. So.
And we're saying family because we're talking about the Sister Speak listeners that we've gained over the years. We have been communicating with each other for so many years, so long.
Yes.
We are truly like family. So when we meet up before the pandemic, as Sister J said, we would meet up once a year in the summer and just have an awesome family reunion style time.
And one time we had an international family member coming to the States on a vacation with his family. So all the rest of us Sister Speak people converged on Las Vegas just so we could be with him and his family.
Yeah.
It was great. It was
great.
And
isn't today happen to be
his birthday?
His birthday. Hi, Peter.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Good night.
Yeah, happy birthday.
We have several family member birthdays today.
HK's birthday.
Hey,
Tiffany's birthday. Hey, Tiffany.
Happy birthday, Tiffany. So we have really become a family, and I've been missing y'all family because it's been a couple years since our last reunion.
Oh, wow. It's been
our last trip.
This would be going on 3 years now.
We haven't seen each other.
We're going to have to do something.
Yes. I know.
Hopefully we can do something
by next summer. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
2023.
Yeah.
Hopefully in Boston.
Okay. So Sister LM.
All right. So I am going to start us off with our usual routine. I will start off with my swag today. I have on a lot of bling. First, I have on my blingy Soul Sisters bracelet. Thank you, Mom. I have on my blingy L and M, and I cleaned it. It is like bling bling today.
Wow, it's really shiny.
Thank you, Sister A. And then I am also wearing our logo, which is full of bling.
Super bling.
Super bling. Blingalicious.
I love
it. And thank you, Sister K, for the wonderful shirts. They're so comfy. It's become like our signature V-neck t-shirt style that we also use for our reunion shirts.
Yes.
And then for my drink, for such an occasion, I would usually drink an alcoholic adult beverage, but today I'm just going to break out with my Sister Speak pint Yeti with my name on the back.
Nice.
Love it.
Yeah.
And everyone will see that we are huge Yeti users.
We sure are.
Huge.
And I have in here, it's full of ice.
Yeah.
I said we should kick back. That's how much we talk about Yeti.
Totally. Hey, Yeti. Hey. So I have some ginger ale in here, Werner's ginger ale, full of ice.
Yum.
And then on my lippy, I have a new one. It is by Mac from the Stranger Things collection.
Hey,
wow.
Cool.
Look at that.
And I know I don't watch Stranger Things, but the sisters do. So on here, like it's got Stranger Things logo. It says Tigers, which I don't know what that
Wow.
means.
Must be their high school.
Yeah, maybe it
Yeah,
is or
Tiger
something.
Pride, and then the year 1986.
Wow.
And it's a pink gloss.
That's your
love
pink.
it. I
It's
love
Wow.
so pink.
it.
So
I need it.
pink.
I need
Because
that
she's
one.
our
That's
pink
nice.
sister.
You
She
should
is.
get this one. And I can barely read the name on here. So I'll have to, Will's off.
Will Dog.
I don't know. Wild Wheeler is the
Oh.
name. Wild Wheeler.
Wheeler.
Okay.
Nancy
Wow.
Wheeler.
It's
So it's after Nancy.
tiny. So tiny on the bottom of
Mhm.
Or
these.
Mike.
Okay.
One
Yeah,
of them. Mike or Nancy. There's a character named Wheeler. Last
the
name
Wheeler.
Wheelers. Yes.
No wonder.
Ah.
Okay.
Stranger Things.
All right. That's it for me.
Okay, well, I'll go next. I also have my soul sister bracelet on. Thank you, LM. I have my blingy J that I wear all the time. Thank you, Sister A. I didn't clean mine, but it's still shiny.
It is.
And I also have my beautiful bling Sister Speak Afro blinged t-shirt with my Sister J name on the back, but I'm not going to turn around. And it is nice and soft, and I really love it. For my hydration today, yeah, baby.
I
Pulled
knew it.
out my everybody knows Sister
What
J.
it's gonna
Go
be.
have it going. I got my beautiful
Oh,
Sister Speak
yes.
authentic
Yes.
mug, mason jar mug, and in it I have my nice little balls of ice.
What
I
you
have
got
my
What you got?
there? It looking
Come on now.
awful.
my sweet tea vodka with some simply lemonade.
Ooh.
Wow.
Oh,
Okay.
and just so you know, I put 2 afros in it.
Oh Lord, you
Good
gonna
luck.
be
Okay.
Lit.
Sister J might be cutting up.
she gonna be cutting up,
Yeah.
y'all.
Everybody
2
knows that.
afros, fool.
Everybody
2
knows that this is our little.
That's a lot.
This is our Sister
Yeah.
Speak shot
In
glass.
that mason jar?
Mhm.
Good luck,
Okay, for my lippy
everybody.
She gonna be she gonna be extra ignorant today.
Extra ignorant.
For my lippy, I have one of my favorites. This is a matte lipstick, but it is not, even though it's matte, it's not dry at all. It's real creamy. This is the Revlon matte lip color. And this color is called, what is it? It's called Forever.
Okay.
There's that. Let me put it where my shirt is.
Yeah, that looks nice.
It's
Okay,
really,
that
really
does look
nice.
Pinky
Can I see the
mauvey.
container?
Yes, this is this one. Remember
The
this
old-
one?
Oh,
Okay.
I
Oh
like
Yeah.
that.
yes, the
See?
Ultra HD
Yeah.
one.
It's
Those
it's
are gonna
called
look that up.
Ultra HD
Yeah.
matte lip color. It's Revlon, and it is the creamiest matte I have ever had. It does not dry your lips. It stays on all day. It's really good.
That one
And you
does
don't
stay.
need anything over it either. I don't have anything over it.
Oh,
But I
good.
do
Okay.
have my tried and true Avon Glimmer Sticks lip liner in chocolate. That's it for me.
That- and
All
that's
right.
cute.
Sister A here, coming at you from the great city of Boston, Massachusetts.
They're going to tell by your accent, you know.
I really don't have the Boston accent,
She
but
doesn't.
I
She can
probably
put it
sound
on,
different
though.
from other folks. So.
yeah, you
Put
do.
it
Oh yeah,
on.
I'll throw it in there though every now and then.
Yeah, you do.
Mhm.
For me, I also have, as Sister LM has, our authentic Yeti in this awesome hot Sister Speak pink
Yes.
color with my name on the back.
Yeah.
And that is full of nice cold ice waters.
Very good.
Staying hydrated in these pots. I also have a second Yeti tonight.
Oh, she double
Ooh.
Yeti.
A little bit of an
Double
duplication.
Yeti.
Double Yeti.
Yeti.
I have got this awesome
Yes.
heart of
I love
hearts
the bottle.
with my monogram on the back. Thank you, Sister LM.
Welcome.
And in there, I have got some hibiscus LaCroix seltzer water.
Oh,
Ooh.
Yeah.
cool.
Keep myself extra hydrated for this
Mhm.
podcast.
Okay.
That's good.
For my blings and swags and such, I also have on my Soul Sister bracelet. Thank you, Sister LM. I also have on my blingy A. Thank you, moi. And I too have got on my super blingy t-shirt. Whoop, 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 with my name on the back, but you can't see it. This thing is sort of still fitting from 2016. It's gotten a bit tighter over these COVID
mine was
months.
a little snug.
It's a bit snug, y'all. But it's on. And for my lippy today, I have got on, I like these a lot. These are the Cover Girl Outlast All Day.
Yes.
And it really does cover and coat. This color is called Plumberry.
Ooh,
that's
nice.
your color. That looks
That's
good
nice.
with your hair. Yeah.
Is that a new one?
I feel like
It's not a new one,
Oh.
but I did break it out. It's been a while.
Right.
And it is drying. It's matte. So
Okay.
I've got on top to keep it nice and moist my Rimmel Stay Glossy.
Stay glossy.
And this color is called Captivate Me.
Ooh.
They work together, keep it nice and moist.
Then you need to get some of my Revlon. Because this is a matte lip color and it is not dry. I'm telling you, it is not dry.
I wrote that down. I'm going to look it up.
Yeah.
And that's it for me.
All right, I'll go next. So for my hydration today, I also have our Sister Speak Pie
Awesome.
tea mug with my Sister K name on the back.
Nice.
And our logo on the front. I love this so much. I love the color, the handle.
Yes.
And I have some, I can't hear it, ice waters.
Those Yeti cups keep everything cold, like overnight.
Oh, yeah.
They're excellent.
Still ice.
So good. For my bling, I also have on my Soul Sisters bracelet in rose gold. Thank you, Sister LM. We're all souling it today. My permanent swag here.
Your tag looks new though.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks really good.
It is
4
really,
years old.
Yes.
Now.
Yeah, it looks good.
Yeah, it really
I did have it redone, so it looks better than it was. And then I have my blingy K. Thank you.
Wow.
Sister A. Oh, thank you, Sister Ellen, for this. And it's
all
not as
coordinated.
shiny, but it is
I know.
Coordinated tonight.
Coordinate. And I also have my blingy T, which along with Sister A is a little snug. Especially on these arms, right?
Arms want to ride up.
The arms got a little big.
I got me one of just my arms now.
I know. I feel you pull them down.
The pandemic done did something to me.
Yeah.
I guess it didn't do nothing to me because my fit's fine.
Would you just keep yourself quiet over there? You mind?
Rude.
Go along with it, will you?
Thank you. Rude. Okay, and then for my lippy, so we can get into this episode. For my lippy, I have on a oldie but a goodie. This is the Mega Last Liquid Cat suit from Wet n Wild.
Ooh.
I think
Wet
I
n
can
Wild.
guess. Let me try to guess which one.
Okay.
Very down low.
Yes.
Nice. That
Very
is nice.
down low. This is like one of my all-time faves.
Yes.
And this is the second one. I threw the other one out because it was leaking for some reason. I had a crack or something in it from the beginning though. But I love this color. And this formulation, this is the High Shine Liquid Cat Suit. They have a matte, but this is the High Shine, which I like them better. It's not as dry.
Yeah. That's pink.
It's really
that's real berry.
And you can see the shine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks nice though. It looks nice.
Yes, I love it. I love it. So that's it for me. We can get into this first episode.
Into this episode, man.
OMG.
Wow, it's back.
It was worth the wait though.
Oh,
listen.
So good.
Our Sundays are back.
Yes.
Live TV.
Yeah.
Right. It had been so long since we had some really good must-see TV.
Yes.
Watch it live watch it with everybody else, talk about it.
I know.
Water cooler chat.
Water
That's the
cooler,
fun
yes.
part.
Can I say the thing that impressed me the most was we got what everyone was waiting for right off the bat. A dragon. Right off the bat.
Right
I loved
off
it.
the bat.
Yeah.
Oh,
Golden
man.
dragon.
A girl
Beautiful.
dragon, too.
Girl dragon.
Girl dragon.
Girl
too.
dragon.
Yes.
Which we
Mhm.
haven't seen.
No, we have
No.
not. Because Drogon and Rhaegon and what was the third one?
Rhaegal Viserion.
Viserion.
Or-
They were all boys.
According to Bunny, Verizon.
Yeah.
Verizon the dragon.
Remember? She used to call him Verizon.
Hey, bunny.
Ah, that was so
But
funny.
yeah, that was just wonderful to see though. And I was really fascinated when I think her name is Syrax, when she landed and they had the handlers there,
Yeah.
for her, but they'd spoken, I guess, Velaryon to her and
Hi,
after
Velaryon.
they were Rhaenyra got off and they took her, into the little den and just like having a puppy. That's what I thought. It's just like having a puppy. She followed them. No, they uttered the words and she followed.
A puppy that could crush
puppy.
you.
A puppy that could burn your ass.
Uh-huh.
Light your ass up.
Because
Yeah.
she wasn't doing it willingly. She was talking back a bit.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah.
And the main trainer or whatever you call them, handler,
Mhm.
was like trying to teach the younger one, but he was like, okay, now back up.
Right.
You're
Yeah.
stepping up there now.
Yeah.
That ain't
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
work. She
And
ain't gonna do
evidently
that.
she's a young one too, because that Alicent, she had said, oh, pretty soon she's going to be as big as the other one is Caraxes. That's
Yeah.
the one Daemon,
Yeah.
Daemon
Yeah.
rides. So
Yeah.
she must still be real young.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that's interesting too, which means she might be laying some eggs.
Well,
I mean, later on in the season.
somebody
now,
gonna
now.
be laying something.
Okay.
So let's go to the beginning because I honestly really like that beginning history of the
too.
first.
We needed that
We did.
Yes.
because we needed to set the time frame. Okay, exactly how does this relate to the Targaryens that we know and are
That we
familiar
know.
to?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So we have the King Jaehaerys.
Jaehaerys. Yes.
They like these names.
Harris's.
Don't they?
Jaehaerys, the old king and this is what tripped me out when they said the first century.
Yeah.
The first century, I was like, damn.
In the year
Yes.
101 is when he was having that one.
101.
I said, okay.
Yes. So then the
But that's
first century.
Remember, the children of the forest were there before the first men.
Mm.
Remember
In
that?
the north, yeah.
But they were there everywhere. No, King's Landing everywhere.
Just men in general, I guess.
Yeah. And then men came.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Well, I kind of like that story and how they told it. Like this is basically is telling what's going to happen in this episode because they're talking through
Mhm.
the succession ceremony
Yeah.
and all of the controversy of the succession and who's going to take over, which has ended up what happened in this whole first episode.
Yes.
But back then, he asked all of the lords to come from all over the 7 kingdoms
Mhm.
to help decide. So apparently they had a vote.
But he
Mhm.
only did that because his heir was a woman.
woman.
Was
He
a
had
woman.
2 sons
and they
that
wasn't
died.
right.
Yes.
And they
Right.
wasn't going to name the woman. That's the only reason he called for that. They call it the council, that
Mhm.
special
Great
council. Yeah, because they didn't want to name a woman.
Hmm.
But that was his daughter.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, his
His
daughter.
daughter, yeah.
But because she was female, see,
Yeah.
So
we know the
Rhaen-
story.
Her name is Rhaenys.
Right.
Yeah.
Rhaenys Targaryen, but she had a younger cousin, Viserys the First, which is just
Yes.
Viserys.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
basically, his brother or sister's child.
yes,
Right. He
More
was the
than her.
nephew to the king.
his nephew.
Right?
Nephew.
Yeah,
Yeah, his
nephew
nephew.
to the king.
The queen that never was, as she's called
Yeah.
later in the episode.
And wait a minute, this is what got me with that. They openly call her that. I mean, everybody
Yeah.
openly calls her
I
that.
mean,
and I thought,
everyone
well, dang.
knows.
Well,
Yeah.
I
She
know,
was the
but
queen
but-
that never was.
I
Yeah.
know, but
Right.
to me, it was just, I just thought it was disrespectful.
I would just be a constant reminder.
Yeah, like rubbing it in.
I
That's
have
where
the
I thought.
strongest blood tie, but because I'm a woman,
Because I'm a woman,
Only
it went
because of that.
to this food.
This guy.
Okay,
Mm.
I have a comment and a question
Okay.
before we get too far.
my
Here we
goodness.
go.
Here go the shenanigans.
no,
Vodka's
this is a
kicking
good
in.
question. This is a good question.
Why you gotta pause and take a side?
Because when
Dramatic.
we was watching Game of Thrones, we didn't see no black people until what, season 3, 4? Where did these black people come from?
From
And
the
did they
year
all leave King's
101.
Landing? Did they all leave King's Landing then for 172 years until Daenerys was born?
Well, look, this is
Apparently.
the thing about Game of Thrones and the Song of Ice and Fire, and this one's Fire and Blood book. This whole universe that George R.R. Martin created has thousands of people and families in it. When you read the book, there are so many families that they don't even touch on in the show. So I don't find it strange. I actually kind of like the fact that they brought this character in.
Oh, I like it.
Yes.
And I don't find it strange that we haven't heard from some of these people, because these are houses that they just didn't have time to get to.
Oh,
I was very surprised though, Sister J.
thank you.
Yes.
I was very surprised. And
But
then
it was good.
and then when they showed the little swirl children, that was great.
Mm-hmm. His name is Lord Corlys.
Corlys.
Yes.
Corlys Velaryon.
Yes.
Yeah, I like him.
Me too.
So, but the succession ceremony, the cool thing about it to me was when they were showing the iron. That's when we saw the Iron Throne for the first time. All them damn swords.
Look,
That was a different Iron Throne. That was
That's
real
different.
swords.
That's
and
the
shit.
original. The
On the
original.
side.
That's the original.
Ooh.
And
Yeah.
those were actual swords.
Oh, yeah.
And they didn't even smooth them out or nothing.
Now,
no, no.
Mm,
that's what was
mm.
tripping me out. Like, if
Now in
it's
Game of
getting-
Thrones,
it
see, they had
makes-
smoothed that stuff out, you know.
Listen, yeah, because on Game of Thrones, it makes it look like a little rent a chair.
Exactly.
Game of Thrones.
Right.
not this one. They
The
said,
safety
no, it's
throne.
gonna be serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might
it
get
was-
hurt walking up on this.
And it was
King.
huge.
No, you will. You'll get nicked. 'Cause
Yeah.
And he was
You
getting it
gotta-
left and right.
Yeah.
But it was
Why would they put some
huge.
covers on them things?
But it was even
Mhm.
bigger though. And then it had all those swords like around it,
leading
kind of like
up
a gate.
to it.
Leading
Yeah.
up to the
Yeah.
side.
Kind of like
exactly.
a gate. You know,
Yeah.
That was
I thought,
cool.
whoa.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
That was
Yeah.
really neat.
Wow.
Mhm.
Loved
I thought that was
it.
cool.
Yes.
And of course, I liked the whole like narration throughout that scene and them saying my father was named
Yes.
the heir.
Mhm.
And then you see the pregnant mama with her in it and the baby in there. But then that look between him and Rhaenys, like, oh,
Mhm.
I know why
Yeah.
you got this.
Mhm. Well, yeah, but everybody in that room
Everybody know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
know.
But and I
Mhm.
also liked when that final little shot before we get to the credits and everything of them saying, because the king knew he made that council because he knew the only thing that would tear down the house is itself.
Yes. Yep.
And I
And
said,
you already know it's going to be a feud.
They'll be their own
Just like in
Demise.
King's
No.
Landing,
Their
there
own
was
demise,
feuds
yeah.
in between, family members and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Power.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because some people, but it's just like, the king, Viserys says later on, some people are made to wear the crown and some are not. Some people, that,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
that's like in real life too. Some
Mhm.
people are made for that and some are not. They just
Yeah.
lose their minds. They get
I
a little
did-
power and they just lose it.
I don't think this is a spoiler. It's not a spoiler, but I did see someone that said, who had more of the history, that said that King Viserys, this king, is kind of like King Baratheon, where he kind of wasn't expecting to be king, and he's not the best king.
Mhm.
But that's what
But
he said.
that's
That's
just-
what the story said too. Yeah.
Mhm.
That he
Yeah.
really, he was only considered because
He was a male.
it was
heir.
he was a male heir.
closest male heir,
But it's
yeah.
not like he
Yeah.
wanted it. You
Right,
know what I
Right.
mean?
Right. Was
So-
he meant to wear it?
Exactly.
In essence.
Yeah. See.
Right.
So,
It's the way it goes.
Yeah.
but I think I agree with maybe the wife's Emma's comment with, I think it's a little presumptuous to be having a tournament for your heir that ain't even born yet.
Totally. Totally.
It was too late at that point. He was sure.
Yeah.
And he's the king.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and he was right in a way, but
yeah,
we'll
but
there.
still.
Yeah, we'll get there.
But okay.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was just going to say, moving forward,
Well, how forward are you moving?
Well, just when
because we were talking earlier about where we're gonna.
Well, just when they're at the council.
You were gonna say?
Oh, one thing before we get to like when they got to the credits and stuff, and this kind of like blew my mind too, was when they had the notes on the screen about the timeline, right?
Oh, yes.
And it said that this is 172 years before Daenerys. That's like
I know.
Before she was born.
Before she was born, and the Mad King died.
So this is like great.
Super greats.
It's got to be at least three greats.
Three greats.
I would say
3.
I don't know how long they lived. Do you?
Well, but
if you live to be like 70, 80, that's only 2 times.
But okay, when they started out with the king Daenerys,
78,
I took it like he ruled for like 60, 70 years. So that meant that he was probably 80s or so.
I know, but you have a kid after, I mean, nowadays it's like every generation is 30 years, right?
Oh no, it's longer than that.
Like
no.
if you
is it?
No.
Wait,
yes.
You mean like our generation?
When you have a child,
like baby
and then
boomers.
that child has it's like 30 years, you know. So it's even more saying. Unless they
I gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Well, then it's got to be like 7, 8 greats.
Exactly.
172 years. That's a long time.
It's a lot of people.
Yeah. That's a lot.
But that's a long time.
I really like that though, how they did that, because they had the words up there and they took out
I know
just the words and it said before.
Yes.
172 years before. Yeah.
It said before the Mad King died.
But I took that as don't expect no cameos, bitch.
Thank you.
She will not be in this series.
Not alive yet.
Not in this season, anyway.
Don't even think about it. In case y'all was confused about what prequel meant.
Yeah.
Right. We gonna
think we're going that far back.
This real clear.
Oh my God.
We're going way back.
Since y'all like to complain about some shit, let's just ride it all the way out.
Yeah.
Let's get this clear first.
Yes.
Dang.
I bet that's what they were saying too.
Well, I think it was probably good for them to ground it in that because, people, of course, people are going to compare. They're going to compare it. So, I like the information at the beginning when the announcer was saying that the whole reason why they was in power is because they had 10 dragons.
Yep.
They had control of 10 dragons. That's a lot.
Wait,
nobody could touch them.
Adult dragons.
Dragons, right?
10, but that's 10 dragons. Oh no. So no wonder they beat everybody.
Right.
Yeah. Well, they could just go Dracarys them up and then they'd be good.
And I'm sure that's what they did.
Dracarys them up.
Dracarys them up. But that was awesome seeing the dragon flying.
I was already hooked at this point.
Of course.
Yeah.
Me too.
I mean,
they started it correctly though with the dragon.
And then showing us King's Landing. I mean, the whole place, showing us everything just to make sure we remember. And then, of course, when she landed and we see who was actually riding her.
Yeah.
Rhaenyra.
But also, did you notice too? I mean, those dragons are fitted properly with saddles and stuff, just like horses. Did you notice that? I mean, that was very elaborate. That was like an actual seat and harness and everything. So and even Daemon's his too.
Yeah.
Because he put his little mistress on the back.
He put his hoe on the back.
I was trying to keep it nice and clean and say mistress.
There's nothing wrong with that word.
We know you don't like the hose.
Sister A does not like the hose.
You don't like the hose.
Like 10 minutes in, I'm in a hoe house. I'm like, oh, here we go
Yeah.
again.
Okay, now look, this is a prequel to Game of Thrones. You know there's gonna be
I know.
Yeah.
And we have been talking, Sister K. We were kind of watching together, and we're both like, "Oh, we know it's coming," and then boop, there it was.
The booties and the boobies is coming.
Yep.
We know.
Yep. Getting your head cut off and other parts.
Yeah.
So
what I thought was interesting about this scene was Rhaenyra going. She had her handmaiden. Alicent. I know she. I was trying to
see.
Sister K was trying to keep going, but it's all right.
Her little handmaiden, like obviously Rhaenyra is trying to get her handmaiden to ride with her.
Yeah,
Alicent, and Alicent's like,
Alicent.
Nah, I'm not good. I'm good. I'm gonna be right here on this ground. And then it shows them riding back to town, which also was a great way to show us where they were going.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that little carriage, though.
Yeah,
I know.
That was nice. That was so much better. I was thinking about that. To me, that was so much better than how they carried the people around in the like Game of Thrones. But then I thought, well, but that's because it would evolve, like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I like that carriage. Because it was distinctive enough for everyone to know who's inside.
Oh, yes.
But you couldn't see inside.
Question. Right.
Who they were.
That's, and that's for safety purposes. So,
yeah.
I like that.
Well, I mean, everybody would have known it was a royal person.
Well, yeah.
But still.
Of course.
Excuse me. But, so she gets home and she goes straight to her mama. She's laid up, pregnant, looking like she's about to pop. Obviously uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Talking about, I don't like you riding when I'm in this condition. She's like, you don't like me riding in any condition.
Anytime.
Which was interesting to me because it made me think in a couple of scenes that the mom, Aemma, was not as dragon lovely, friendly as the rest of them.
Yeah.
Like she doesn't care for the dragons as much as the rest.
I took it like, and see, I wish we had some background on her because just like Rhaenyra's or Rhaenyra's is married to Corlys, Lord Corlys. So she's in another house. I think she's probably from another house. Right. You see what I'm saying? And that's why she's Targaryen, because she's married. Thinking. Right. Because she didn't seem to have no love for the dragons at all.
That's what I'm saying. No.
Yeah. So I think that's probably why.
She didn't really understand why her daughter was so
excited
by them. Yeah.
But see, we don't have that, back. Maybe we'll get that information later.
Yeah. When she was like, you smell a dragon, I was like, oh, they have a smell.
Yeah. I wonder what that smells like.
I know. I want to find out.
Cat.
Cat.
Why cat? They don't have fur.
I know. It's so random.
I feel like they smell like barbecue.
No, I would say cat because
they've been burning shit.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
that would smell better than cat.
I thought it just smelled. They just burn other stuff.
Right. I just thought it smelled. You know how when you're a little kid and you come in the house and your mom's like, "Ooh, you smell like outside."
Outdoors.
Yes.
But you gotta admit, when you go to somebody's house and they have cats, you know they got cats. Yeah, you do.
Not if you take care of them.
Not
properly.
if you take care of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you do.
But I feel like they don't have fur, so they're not going to smell like wet dog or furry or anything furry.
But I'm sure they give off something. I mean,
apparently, because the two times
both
they
mom
mentioned
and dad.
it, they mentioned dragon smell.
So I like that.
Yeah, I like that. I like that touch because out of all the years of Game of Thrones, no one ever mentioned.
Yeah,
the dragons haven't
never even thought about it.
Yeah, and that just made it more like real.
Yeah.
That comment that she made, which I thought was funny. Anyway, so then we see the council meeting with the king and his hand and all the other lords, the Grand Maester.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what that one guy who the one guy was. Then there was also the Master of Coin was there. And
Lord Beesbury.
Yes.
He's the coin. He's the coin
dude. Yep.
And then that other guy, there was another guy that was like, I don't know who that was.
I don't know who he was, but I know who you mean.
Said.
Yeah.
And then Lord Corlys.
Yeah.
I like him. He's good looking. That silver hair. Now I was gonna ask y'all what y'all thought about the wigs. Because we really get to see.
I'm glad they made Lord Corlys look more like he has some dreads. Because we know he's going to have some curly hair. And I was glad to see that kids had real curly hair too. So, you know, so at least they're keeping it consistent.
Good.
I thought
so too.
I thought so too, yeah.
I think the best hair is the brother, Daemon.
Yep.
He got
Mr.
the best
K mentioned
hair.
that we were watching.
Yeah, it looks the most real to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
her
Rhaenyra.
too. Rhaenyra.
Yeah. Hers looks good.
Yeah.
I know. I think they've stepped up their wig game.
Yeah, let's hope so.
I'm interested
totally.
to see who their hairdressers are on this show.
We'll have to look at the credits.
We'll see.
They went and got some of these wig experts.
Did.
Hey, there's some really good ones out there.
Good ones.
Yes.
But I really appreciate their effort.
Definitely. You can tell they made
very
an
much
effort.
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how do you pronounce her name? Rhaenys. Hers was good.
Oh, hers was good too.
Yeah, hers look real natural too.
Yeah, hers was
the
good
girl.
Too. No, the queen that never was.
Oh, the queen that never was. Yeah, hers is very good. Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. But anyway, so that was interesting, I thought. The one thing I noticed though in this first council meeting is that Lord Corlys, he ain't about the chit chat. He's trying to get down to business. He wants to get some things taken care of. Everybody else wants to joke and laugh and talk about this damn party they fixing to have.
Right.
And he's like, like he can't get. And the hand also was blocking. Did you notice? When he wanted to keep talking about them pirates.
Yeah.
I'm sure are going to come up at some point.
Well, his little nickname is the sea snake.
Yeah,
and the background on him is that not only was he the greatest seaman or sea person that they've ever had, but said he was the richest. He was the richest
troublemaker. That's what they
said. No, Lord Corlys.
No, Corlys.
Lord
Corlys. Okay.
Yeah, said he was the richest one in King's Landing. I think he runs. That's what the background
he rules
said.
The
Navy and everything. But before then, I think. So whatever his riches comes from, I don't know if it comes from land or just the ships or whatever, but it said the background said he was the richest.
Wow.
That was the background. So that's why, he don't suffer no fools.
He don't. Yeah. I liked it though.
And then the background of Hightower, the hand of the king, is that he is a second son. Now we know from Game of Thrones that a second son's not going to inherit anything, or nothing. So he has to make his own way. So that's why
he's sneaky.
He's hand of the king, because that's probably the highest he's ever going to get.
It is,
and he's sneaky.
Yeah, I don't like him. He's just
like Littlefinger.
Sneaky.
Sneaky.
Yeah,
but you can already just tell, because just from that one interaction with Lord Corlys, where he said, "The king heard you. I know. Deal with it when the problem arises. Don't you worry your little pretty head about it." That's basically what he's trying to say.
Absolutely.
And I was like, dang, that's rude. Okay. And then he went straight into the party, the
tournament.
The tournament.
Yeah.
And the king, of course, is like, "Oh yeah, let's talk about this tournament.
Right.
My son coming and we ready for this succession ceremony and da. I was like, "Oh, I see."
But you could already tell that Viserys, he doesn't want to govern. He doesn't want to hear anything about problems or I have to address this issue because maybe our town will be overrun or, whatever. He doesn't want to hear that. But he lit up as soon as the guy said, well, let's talk about this tournament.
He sure did.
So excited.
So excited.
And also in the middle of Lord Corlys's first time trying to talk about this, when Rhaenyra came in, he immediately was like, where you been? You late.
Yeah. Exactly.
He was like obviously not paying attention.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, let me go ask my daughter what she been to.
Yeah. The cupbearer.
And you got your daughter being the cupbearer.
Yeah.
Ain't you got no servants for that? She probably wanted that.
No,
though.
I think he does that because he wants her to learn.
Yeah.
Hear what's going on.
You're right.
Yeah.
That's
so she learns.
And it's a way to keep her around him during the day, probably.
That's
good. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I think so
child.
too.
Like she's been an only child.
Yeah.
We find out later,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I thought it was interesting. Because she's
the most interesting part of that whole thing was she's pouring everybody wine and Corlys said no.
I'm good.
He's the only one around the whole table not drinking no wine. The only one. The Maester had a wine glass.
That's what he found.
That priest had a wine glass. Everybody had a wine glass but him. And he said, no, I don't need it.
He about that business.
That business.
He know. He like, nah.
Yeah.
Yep. I thought that was very, very interesting. And then, of course, when the king starts talking about his sons coming. And as soon as my son comes, and we can put all this heir stuff to the rest, we're going to take over. And the way they focused on her face,
yes.
Yeah, but think about it.
That was a good scene.
Well, but
I thought.
In the kind of patriarchy they have, I'm sure she's heard that 100 times.
Oh, I'm sure.
Around all of them. So it's just one more episode of him, oh, I can't wait to have a son. Oh, I can't wait to have a son.
Yeah.
Never once saying, oh, but I'm glad I got her.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
stings.
Yeah. That's the way it is.
Yeah.
Then we get this nasty ass scene.
Well, wait, are we going to go back to the
throne room?
The throne room where she meets her uncle, Daemon?
Yes. No, because when that's happening simultaneously, what's the king doing? They looking at some ooze on his back.
Oh,
that's what I meant.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that was nasty. And they finally decided, we're going to have to cauterize. Burn that shit.
Sister J, you skipped it. Did you notice? Did you, first of all, the hand of the king is saying, we got to keep this shit quiet.
Don't tell anybody.
You ain't telling nobody. And the Maester, this is what I was like, the Grand Maester was saying, well, sometimes stress will cause things to happen to the body. Like trying to insinuate the king is not mentally sound enough.
Exactly. That's exactly what I thought. And I thought, wait a minute.
Wait a minute. How you get that from a back lesion?
Thank you.
And to me, it looked like a bed sore.
Yeah,
well, that's what the king said from sitting on the throne.
The throne.
Got nicked. And I'm thinking, well, shit, if he's getting nicked in the back, y'all might need to put a cover on the damn throne. I mean, smooth them edges out, something. If your king is getting nicked up and he's got lesions and shit, you might want to do something about the damn throne.
But the little doctor guy or apprentice or whatever, he said, but this just isn't healing. And I'm thinking, okay, so it'd been there a while.
It's getting bigger.
Yeah, he's
getting bigger.
And bigger.
And it's not no cut. It's something else.
No, it's something else. Because that was ooze.
It's oozy.
It's oozy.
So he either has something to where he doesn't.
That was the nastiest scene in the whole show to me.
Well, I went like this. As soon as I seen, I went, And they was digging in it.
It was close.
I didn't think fast enough to cover my eyes, so I went, I saw it.
No. The one thing though is, did you notice the little apprentice or whatever he is to the Grand Maester? The Grand Maester says, "Well, I think we just need to leech it again." And the little apprentice says, well, that didn't work the last time. So I think maybe we should cauterize it. And smooth Jack, that effing Grand Maester says,
idea.
King,
oh yeah,
went over to the king. We should cauterize this and make sure that it does not grow. And I was like,
right.
You know what? He's like that old codger who in Game of Thrones was walking around like he was decrepit, but he'd go to the whole house.
Yep.
Right.
Every weekend.
Up and down, wasn't he?
Yes.
Not much has changed in 172
That's exactly
years.
what that guy reminded me of in that scene. I thought, he one of them shysters. Yeah, he the Grand Maester, but he one of them shysters like that other fool.
Well, and I think the king is annoyed with him because did you notice in the council when they started talking about the heir tournament? He says, well, are the maesters correct in that my son's going to be born this week? Yeah. And he's like, well, sir, it's hard to predict these things. Which is true. It is hard to predict that shit. But then when he turned around and stole that little apprentice's idea and said, oh, we're going to cauterize this. Did you notice the king's like, yeah, okay. Like, I'm wondering if he realizes this dude's full of shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I think he realized
because when he said we're going to cauterize it, now it will be painful. That's when the king said, yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, but he was like, just do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think he's got his number, but I mean, what you going to do? He the Grand Maester from the Citadel. You got to take whoever the Citadel sends to you.
Right.
We learned that from, the other one. So, hey. But yeah, he gonna be a problem. I bet you next time we see him, he gonna be in the whole house.
Shit. Not
They'll all be
again.
at the fucking hoe house.
Yeah.
They all be there.
Rotating door.
Rotating.
Yep.
So then we do get that. First of all, remind me of what show Rhaenyra's little bodyguard was on. He's on something else.
He was in Outlander, if you ever watched that.
Oh, I didn't watch
I think his name is Graham McTavish, Scottish
He was in something
guy.
else.
I'm sure he's been in a lot of
him
stuff.
a lot.
Yeah, me too.
I like him a lot.
Oh, you mean the bald-headed one?
The bald guy that was leading her to the throne room?
Yeah, he was in Outlander. Yeah.
His name is Sir Harold Westerling.
I like him.
Yeah.
I really like him. But anyway, I found it interesting too when he said, no, your father doesn't know. And she said, good. But I think it's because, and they also mentioned in the council meeting that the king hadn't spoken to his brother. Or
hadn't seen his brother.
He's been away.
So I found it interesting that, obviously Rhaenyra and the brother meet up all the time.
That's what I said.
And don't tell nobody that they meet
because
up.
when he opened the door and saw it was Daemon, then her bodyguard said, "Ooh, God's help us," and she said,
"Right,
Well,
sir."
he already knew it was the brother.
Fine.
He had
I know, but he's sitting on the throne.
He's sitting on the throne. Yeah,
can't do that.
And so she says,
that anybody would do that if they were left alone in there. Everybody would sit on the throne if they were left alone.
Disrespect.
Find it
interesting. He does it all the time,
right?
Apparently.
But I find it interesting that in this show, throughout, whenever they want to not be understood, they speak in High Valyrian to each other. To each other.
Yeah.
And I thought, I got a question about that conversation though. But I don't know, like, if we're going to find out or whatever. But when he presented her with the necklace, which is very pretty, and of course she was very appreciative. He said, you know what that is? She said, and I wrote it down. She said,
Valyrian steel.
No, she said, this is Valyrian steel, like Dark Sister. What's Dark Sister? Who's Dark Sister? What is it?
I know it too.
What is it?
His sword is called Dark Sister. Because it came up later.
I didn't catch that. Okay. Because I forgot they do name their swords. So.
And his sword was gorgeous. It was huge. Did you see how big it was?
Very big.
Would carry it around.
Yeah.
But
I like that.
The king's sword was big too, though.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, his was big too.
It was big. I mean,
should be bigger.
But wait, the king, I don't think he ever used it.
Probably not.
So,
but you know what? That explains that whole scene better for me then, because I just didn't get who's Stark's sister, but that makes perfect sense.
It's a very interesting name for a sword.
I like it.
Yeah.
Wonder if we'll get any info on that.
First of all, I know he's supposed to be the villain, but I love the damn brother.
Yeah,
I like Daemon.
I like him so much. To me, he made sense throughout the whole episode.
Right.
And I'm like, why is everybody shitting on him?
I know.
Yeah.
He the only one making sense up in here.
Yeah.
Well, and plus you can tell. Okay, I like the rundown. I like the rundown that the king gave to his little council, and he said, "Okay, y'all wanted me to make him the king of the what do they call it? The head of the coin."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then y'all complained he was a spendthrift.
Spend too much.
Then y'all made me, and he named out 3 or 4 things that they complained and wanted him to put Daemon on, and then they complained later.
Right.
Yeah. And they're not happy with the city watch either.
Yeah. I thought, you know what? Okay.
Yeah.
They're afraid of the brother. They're afraid of the brother.
They are. They are. And I think all of them, well, because the brother was right. We'll get to that later. But this situation with the niece, him and the niece, obviously have a good relationship.
Yes.
And because he probably talks to her like anybody else and not just like she's the princess and
like a sister.
She's supposed to be so tenderly, handled or whatever, like a girl. But obviously they have a good relationship and they are able to joke with each other. She's like, "Oh, you about to get caught up for treason sitting on this throne." And he's like, "Well, I might be sitting here one day." She's like, "Oh, well, wait a minute. The heir is coming."
Yeah.
The true heir. He's like, "Well, look, y'all gonna be stuck with me until this little baby come out." And she's like, "Oh, well, shit, let me wish for a brother then so you can be count." I thought this whole conversation was funny.
It was funny.
Yeah. It was cute.
It was funny.
I do have, I know what they're gonna do, some undertones of Cersei and Jaime happening, because the way he put the necklace on her was too...
You think so?
I think.
Yeah, I didn't pick up on that.
Well, we
did
do
too,
know.
because that's how the Targaryens kept their blood pure.
If they did.
Incest.
That's too close, though.
Yeah, but that's how they kept all their little blood.
I know.
The same. They did the same in ancient Egypt. Same thing.
I think that's honestly why. Well, I think that's why a lot of these effing old kings was crazy as fuck.
Well, hell
I think that's why Aegon,
Henry the Eighth, too. Crazy.
Not Aegon. What was his name? The Mad King, Daenerys' daddy, Aerys. Aerys, the Mad King. I honestly think that's why his ass was mad.
Yeah,
he was crazy from all the incest.
Well, sure.
And I think that's why Joffrey was fucking crazy. Excuse me, was crazy too.
Yeah. That's way too close.
You know what? In modern times, they know that now through DNA and stuff. They know that now. But back in these times,
no, they knew you shouldn't be effing your sister.
No,
come on now. I mean, come on now. Everybody knows that ain't right.
Yeah,
but that's how they did their dynasty.
And cousins and shit.
Right.
They know it now. But we're talking about, this world.
But you think them? I hope not.
No, I didn't pick up on that at all.
Me neither.
I kind of did, because when he said turn around, and she immediately moved her hair pulled her necklace off and everything.
It seemed too familiar to me. So because
she did have there was some interest with her and the fella that won the tournament.
Yes.
So that looks like that's going to, the Cole dude.
From Dorne.
Was he?
Kristen Cole.
Kristen Cole.
He's Dornish.
Dornish, exactly. Yeah.
He's from Dorne.
But I didn't see anything
like them MF and Sand Snakes.
Look, don't mess with Prince Oberyn. Now it just so happened he was short lived, but I love me some Prince Oberyn.
Hey, well, don't let them do that to this little Kristen Cole.
Well, hopefully he ain't gonna be mouthing off like that during a battle.
True. Anyway. Okay, so we get to the tournament.
Well, a little bit before that, which is a very interesting scene, was the king and the wife. And
oh yeah.
That tub, first of all, was big.
But you know what, though? She looked uncomfortable to me.
She did.
That's what
She looked
said.
uncomfortable.
She looked like it wasn't big enough for her. Like she was so uncomfortable, in pain, couldn't get in the right comfortable spot.
And then he said, "Ooh, that water's tipping." So and she said, "Well, this is as hot as the Maesters would let me have it." Right. So it must have been cool water too. No,
there ain't nothing worse than a cold bath.
I know,
right?
I can't do it. No. But she said this pregnancy has been rough. She said, with how this pregnancy has gone, I would not be surprised if I have a real dragon baby.
Yeah.
So she's been having obviously a rough ass.
Yeah, but the reason for that is in the last 10 years, when she told him this is the last time.
So
5 times.
Wait a minute. In the last 10 years, she's had 2 miscarriages, 2 stillbirths, and one died in the cradle. That's 5 children.
That's a lot.
She has buried. She said, I ain't wanting no more kids.
Yeah.
This is it.
She said, this is it.
Yep.
I know what
I said, oh my gosh. I had to count that up. Because she said, in the last 5 years, double. I said, in 10 years time. Yeah, twice.
Yeah. Yep.
That's a lot.
Oh, no. That's a lot.
I was wondering when I was watching it the second time, when she said that, do you think that affected his decision later?
Yes.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yes.
If she hadn't said, I'm done, would he have?
No, I don't think that affected it. It's just like, I
think it just made it an easier decision for him.
Yeah, for him. But
and when I watched
it's just so awful that they were able to make that decision for her.
But the thing is, though, when I watched it the first time, I was like, he's got a choice between her and the baby. But no, he had a choice between the baby only and losing both of them, because
both of them,
said she ain't gonna survive no matter what
we do. She is not surviving.
So I can either try to save the baby, or you can lose the baby and her, because you're gonna lose her.
Okay,
yeah,
I didn't catch that she was going to go regardless.
Yeah,
she was going to die regardless.
It was definite.
Because she could not have that baby.
Because I didn't realize that the first viewing, but when I watched it again, it was clear.
So they had to do a C-section either way. But in those days, they couldn't give her no more. Hey, wait! I kept yelling at the TV, "Milk of the poppy, milk of the poppy."
I think they gave her some.
He said they couldn't give her any more. Without messing with the baby.
Couldn't give her any more.
I know.
That was an awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
I had to put the volume down.
I did too. I had to turn the volume down.
Say it again.
She played the hell out of that scene.
Oh,
her cries, her screams.
Didn't she?
But when she...
Sister J, she needs an award for that one, don't she?
Yeah, she needs an award, y'all, because y'all know I'm hardcore, but I had to almost tear up when they yanked her down off them pillows, and she realized what's happening.
She realized.
As soon as that happened,
oh my God.
Like, okay, what's happening?
I know. I felt so bad for her. I almost cried.
Then they're all holding her down too.
Yes.
And they're rooting around in her. Oh my God.
I can't.
Terrible.
I felt like all the handmaids.
It was awful.
All the handmaidens were like, I don't want to do this.
I know. But I mean, they had to. They had to follow their direction. So,
and I didn't trust that fucking Grand Maester anyway. I was like, this motherfucker don't know. Let the other little dude do it.
But you know what?
Might have a chance.
If these directors who directed this premiere episode are going to do each episode as well as they did this one, I think it was an excellent idea how they juxtaposed that to that tournament and the battle between Sir Kristen and Daemon.
Yeah.
Because they were battling. Because Daemon just knew he was going to knock this fool out and go on.
And be done.
One and done.
Yeah.
One and done.
Yeah.
And I mean, he had to battle that boy.
Mm-hmm.
And he lost.
And he had to give up.
I think it's the first time he's lost.
Right. But he lost just as the wife lost, just as Aemma lost too.
Right.
Yeah.
See, same thing, same time frame. So that was well done. I thought.
And had you noticed like what the arena looked like?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. And I was just listening to somebody talking about it on a podcast, and they were like, "Isn't that interesting that it looks like a woman's
womb?"
parts, and she's battling having this baby, and they're like fighting within this feminine type of arena. Was interesting. I don't know if they did that.
What was interesting too, we didn't talk about it, but when she had the conversation with Rhaenyra at the very beginning, when she said, the childbed is a woman's battleground.
Yeah.
And then when they had the battle and then her giving birth or trying to give birth, I was like, oh, they just
that was well done.
I know. Well done.
Yeah.
Well done.
And I
well
was
thought out.
Rhaenyra, so I was like, oh no, I'd rather be on the battlefield. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
Especially in them days.
Yeah.
I mean, I felt so bad for her.
I did too.
Yeah.
Oh, that was awful.
Yeah.
It was awful.
It was awful. But it was fucking true, is what happened.
But it was so awful when you realize she's had 5 other children die.
Yeah.
And he's still, wanting her to get pregnant so he can have that
boy.
almighty boy.
Mhm.
Which, is not too different from now.
Well, but this is the other thing. How back then, because I don't know that we've seen this in Game of Thrones or anywhere, did they have birth control? They didn't. So, I mean, it wasn't like he forced her to keep trying. It just
them
happened.
hoes ain't getting pregnant.
Well, that's the truth.
They had something.
You know what? Hold on.
Yeah, okay.
Hold on.
You're right.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
That's a good point.
They're not.
They not.
So what the birth
believe
control?
them and those little handmaidens all around the castle and stuff.
True.
Please.
True.
They ain't pregnant neither.
Mhm.
You know they had some stuff.
Oh. Yeah.
So this is what I say about the king.
Well, okay. When you realize that he had one choice, really,
Right.
let them
I
both
know.
die or try
Right.
to save the baby.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm not
Even though
talking
it's gonna
about
be
that. I'm
terrible.
just talking about the fact that she's pregnant again. He trying again.
Oh well, but
Well, I
Yeah.
mean,
I don't know. I don't know why. Well, when she said this is my last time in the tub, I was thinking, well, what you gonna do? Y'all better get the Maester probably ain't gonna. He probably gonna give you a dud if you try to give you something. Make sure you
no,
keep
that was to me like, okay, she's not gonna make it.
Yeah,
Oh.
that was a foreshadowing event.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
I already knew it was either going to be a
Something
baby wasn't going to
gonna be
make
right.
it, or she
Yeah, I
was
figured the
gonna
baby
make it,
wasn't going to make it.
Yeah.
or was going
Or it was going to be a girl.
Yeah,
Or so many other things.
But
that
it was
happened.
very impactful. The little funeral pyre when they showed from the king's point of view and the little bitty.
You mean the pyre?
The pirate? But when they showed the little bitty bundle,
I know.
Yeah.
I said, "Oh no,
Yeah.
No, didn't make it.
was awful.
yeah."
But when the baby cried and the Maester looked down at it, and it seemed like a weird look that he gave the baby.
Something
was
Which
like-
made me wonder, is it a girl?
That's what I thought. Like, are they going to try to play it off like it's a boy?
Right.
Oh.
That
But
didn't
that's
even
what I
cross my
thought that
mind
look
because that didn't cross my mind because he was rocking the baby and looking down at the baby, and then all of a sudden the baby didn't say nothing. So I think, and all of a sudden he quit rocking.
I know. That's what I was like.
So
did
I
it
think
die
the baby
then?
only lived a
That's
few
what I was
minutes
wondering,
and then
yeah.
it died.
Well, later they said it lived 5 hours.
Yeah.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway,
I don't know.
that
That's
was
awful.
sad though. That was
Very
sad.
It was.
And he would be devastated though.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But wait a minute. I was like Rhaenyra, so I was mad. I was like,
Yeah.
like out of all the damn decisions you could have made, you couldn't have told that Maester you save her over anything else. Try at least to save her.
Nope. Wanted that
wasn't
male
even an
boy.
option.
What could they
Wasn't an
do?
option.
Yeah.
I don't know
It
what they
wasn't
could
an
have done.
option.
You're right. I don't know. They couldn't turn the baby
They
around.
couldn't. I know.
Mm-mm.
Put your hands in there or something.
Oof. Anyway, that was a really good scene because obviously they're all grieving, and then Daemon, you could tell he's sad for his niece and his brother, but he's like, we've got to keep this moving. So Rhaenyra, it's time. They're waiting on you. And I loved it when I was like, realized what he was trying to say, like,
because the king
come and burn her up.
The king wasn't in any position to make any kind of decision or anything.
No.
And like it said, Daenerys, not Daenerys.
Ooh, she sure did.
Rhaenyra, she had to be the adult and be the one, to do it. Now, why he couldn't have done it, meaning Daemon, I don't know.
Because he wasn't his dragon. You don't control that dragon.
That's true.
That's right.
That's what I thought, at least.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not his dragon.
That's probably why.
Yeah.
That's probably why. But, I felt really bad for her, but that's the way it go. But as far as the dragon, Syrax, firing them up, that was their way anyway. They cremated their own anyway. So, but
I thought that scene.
But then
go ahead.
The next scene.
The council.
Oh, no. I forgot about the council. I'm talking about Hightower.
Yeah.
With
the daughter.
What does he say? First of all, before we get to the daughter, what is he writing in this message that he wants a raven sent?
That's a good question. That's what I want to know. Where it going? Where it going?
It went to Old Town, but I want to know what he was saying.
To who in Old Town?
We don't know.
Okay. Well, at the end, the one guy, his name was I forget what his name was, and he said from the serf whatever from Old Town. He was pledging fealty to her. So he said Old Town, but be that as it may, I want to know what his message actually said.
Right.
Because we know he is sneaky.
Yes.
Sneaky.
Now we really know.
Yeah, now we really
sneaky.
know.
Yep.
If we had an inkling, now
we know.
It's official.
He's gonna hoe out his child daughter to the king.
Pimp out his daughter.
Yeah.
Pimp out.
Yeah. Put on your mama's dress and go say hey to the king. Mama that just
Check
died.
and see
she
how
said,
he's
go
doing.
provide him some comfort.
Yeah.
He said, go visit the king. And she said, in his chambers? He said, he's probably in need of some comfort.
Mm.
And then put on your mama's dress.
Right.
Damn.
Right. Yeah. Damn, daddy.
That's code.
Totally.
Code for you.
Yeah, your friend's
Now,
father.
that's a for real dick daddy.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Pimp daddy.
Pimp daddy.
For those of y'all who don't know, that's
Literal
a term
pimp daddy.
from our
Yeah.
Sugar podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was awful.
Terrible.
But what she said to him, though, was kind of nice, though. It was because I could probably feel for her. Like she said, everybody, talks to you like it's a riddle or in riddles. But I just wanted somebody to say, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That this, happened to you. So
yeah.
And he understood that, though. Of which we didn't see nobody saying they sorry.
No.
Nobody.
Mm-mm.
At least we didn't see nobody. So
no.
Really, all we saw the hand doing was going and telling everybody. Remember?
Yeah.
At the tournament, he went and told everybody. I'm like,
well, no, he didn't tell everybody. He told the council. He told those council members that were sitting there.
Yeah, that's true, but still.
It was spread and
yeah. He was happy to spread that news.
Yeah.
Too happy.
And that council meeting was annoying to me too.
That was really awful.
And I'm glad they had him
go off on him.
Shut it down.
And shut it down. Because look, my wife and son just died.
Yeah.
And the brother was listening, right?
Yeah.
He was back in the back listening.
That's when they were trying. And see, Daemon was so right later because he peeped all that out.
All of it.
All that conversation about you got to get your brother sent off. You got to send him off because they already knew his brother was the next in line.
Yeah.
Not only that, but his brother's strong.
Right. And they don't want him in that position because then they can't get what they want to get.
Right. They
Exactly.
can't
They was
manipulate
all
him.
on him in that moment of weak, knowing that he's weak at the moment
Yeah.
mentally because he's dealing with the grief.
Yeah.
And his brother was so right later when he said, these people ain't looking out for you.
Yeah.
And never one of them looking out for you.
But Daemon played right into their hands, though.
He did.
Yeah, doggone it.
I know.
I wouldn't have faulted him for that. I mean, because he was right. Everybody agrees in their own way. But it was too fresh.
It was, but it was what he said, though.
Yeah.
It was what he said.
It's like that one
that's
line.
so disrespectful.
That one line.
That's
one
terrible line. Like,
otherwise, nobody would have cared. But that also lets you know that daggum hand of the king, he got all kind of people telling on everything.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. He said he had three witnesses in there.
That very night.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Yeah. But that's what hurts the king the worst. She's just like, did you say it? Like, did you really say it?
Is it true?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He should have lied and said, no, I didn't. And
then the next thing
I'd be like, roll the tape. Where tape at? Where tape? Unless you have some tape to show me
no tape, no receipts.
Then
there you go.
I didn't say shit.
But
I don't care how many witnesses you got. It ain't on tape. I didn't say it.
But Daemon is not like that, though. He's too arrogant to lie like that,
I know.
though. So, you know.
Damn.
I can understand the hurt, though, that the king had, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
But I honestly think the reason Daemon said it in that setting was because he was upset by the conversation he shouldn't have been eavesdropping on anyway.
Right. But hey,
even
he said it in public.
His brother was defending him. The fact that I think he was irritated with the fact that he has to even tell Viserys about these people, that he doesn't catch it on his own.
Yeah, but he said that shit in public.
And that he's been trying, he also learned, which he probably already knew, that his brother's been trying to he's been listening to all them people all this time and didn't make him hand, but he got this old traitor Hightower as hand, which he did say later. So probably he was frustrated, irritated, plus grieving too.
Yeah, keep that shit to yourself.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
There's there's consequences to opening your mouth in public, because let's face it, when you are brother to the king, people would not. There's people in the public sphere that wouldn't like anything better than to bring your ass down. So he should have been more discerning.
He should have.
Yeah. He could have just said that shit to his little mistress and went on.
But she would have kept that shit, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
He did not lie, which he should not have. And I cannot, I do not blame the king for his reaction.
Not at all.
Yeah.
He had to at that point.
Yeah. He had to send him packing.
Yes.
But hey, what got me was when Daemon first went into the hall and he said, you call me your grace or I have your tongue cut out. And I'm thinking, you knew he was mad.
Oh, I know. He for real.
Yeah, he for real.
No, he's mad.
He mad.
Yeah.
I said that. I think he's mad because he's feeling guilty too.
Well, sure.
Yeah,
of course he is.
For what happened. But then on top of that, he's mad. He had to put it somewhere. So he's going to put it on his brother.
Yeah.
But his brother gave him ammunition too. Though.
Let's go back.
Plus, you have to show other people, like, even though he's my brother, he can't get away with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Can we go back real quick to the first council meeting or not the first, but the second one when Daemon was there?
Yeah.
And the hand of the king, the Hightower, and him started bickering back and forth. Let me tell you. Wait, I was already mad because when that damn Otto started talking about, you ain't been home lately, have you? I'm sure your wife missing you. I said,
yeah.
No, he did.
I said, ooh.
And he said,
go ahead.
He talking about his wife. He would much rather be with a sheep.
No, he said the veil Sleep with the Sheep. And he said, and because the sheeps are prettier.
Oh shit.
Ouch.
But he said my bronze wife. So I'm thinking, oh, what she look like then?
Well, she must not look good.
Well,
I wonder if we'll find out.
I think she probably is cute, but he just say that.
Oh, he don't.
Because he probably married for position and stuff. You know how they do. They married the daughter of such and such.
Yeah. You marry somebody you don't want to marry.
Yeah, exactly. That's the way I took that.
Rude as
that was so rude.
When he did say that, when he said the thing about the sheep, did you see that one Maester go, "Oh Lord, oh"?
Oh, he did.
He did.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
The shit.
Oh my gosh, these people.
Oh my gosh, that was so funny. Oh, and one more thing to say about that scene, which I forgot about, that I wanted to bring up. Lord Corlys was the only one to defend him when it came to how he dealt with all the criminals.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like by hacking them up and cutting them up and stuff.
Be scared of the watch. The City Watch or the Gold Cloaks or whatever they're gonna call them.
They call them City Watch.
City Watch.
And Gold Cloaks, yeah.
They call them both, I think. In this one. He said they should be scared of him.
But that's because he's a no-nonsense person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
take care of those murderers, rapists.
But what I found interesting in that council meeting was the fact that once again, the king was defending his brother, but he did it in a joking way, siding with his brother. He says to his hand, who he chose now. Keep that in mind, because you choose your hand. The hand of the king is your choice.
Yeah.
But he's saying, "Oh, Otto, sit down. You know, you and Daemon, you let Daemon needle you all the time and bait you all the time. Just sit on down."
Yeah.
No, I thought to myself, oh, you know what? This Otto gonna be doing some shit to you behind your back.
Right.
Because you embarrass him in front of everybody else.
Yeah.
Because that was embarrassing.
And that wasn't the first time, though.
It wasn't.
Exactly. See? Because he said, you always let, rather than to say to his brother, okay, now. Chill out. He says, you always let Daemon needle you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're letting him get to you. He knows what he's doing. You're letting him get to you as usual.
Yeah.
What he should have done was told Otto, first of all, don't bring up his wife, and he won't bring up yours that died. Because when Daemon said, "Oh, well, I'll be glad to send her to your house. I'm sure you need the company of a woman, because didn't your wife just die?" And he got head up then, didn't he?
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, what do you think he gonna say? You brought up the wife first. That's like saying somebody mama. And then you mad they brought up your mama. Like, no, you brought up my mama first, so I'm going in.
It's on.
It's on.
You know,
and then in the tournament, who does he pick? He picks Otto's son to go up against.
Yeah.
On purpose.
On purpose. Yeah. And he waxed the mess out of him.
So he did. Yeah. He didn't die.
The horse.
He cheated basically.
Now that was cheating.
That was cheating.
It was cheating.
It was cheating.
Yeah.
I didn't mind it because I like it.
Yeah. But I wouldn't mess with Daemon.
I kind of cheered a little bit.
All kinds of stuff.
I liked it. Because that damn Otto was on my damn nerves anyway. Now I didn't catch at first that Alicent was the daughter.
Right.
So that was her brother that she was worried about.
Yeah.
Yes.
So that was good to find out when I watched it the second time I caught that. But
that
Otto was rude first. I'm like, look, all bets is off then. Oh, when he confronted Daemon at the room. Yeah, what else could the king do but send him away back home?
Yeah. That's true.
But then when he went to step towards him and all the guards, the king's guards, did their little stance or whatever, what was he gonna do?
He wasn't gonna do nothing because you know what? He might be good in jousting, but he ain't beating them to guards.
No, but I wondered
that's the first thing I thought.
Gonna do when he took his steps.
He probably just wanted to get closer to him to talk it through, or
or you know,
a little more private, maybe. But wasn't going to happen.
No,
but it was kind of a threatening move.
Yeah.
So his guards, that's their job. One thing I do like though that I'm glad that they show, and whenever they show Rhaenyra, there's always a guard, you know, walking with her, or that little handmaid girl.
I'm saying her name wrong too. Rhaenyra.
Rhaenyra.
And the king too, wherever he goes, there's that little guard right behind him. So and that's the way it's supposed to be.
That's how it should be.
She's royalty.
Yep.
But that is where he announces for the first time, you ain't getting it, dude. I'm giving it to my daughter.
Yes.
Giving it to my baby girl.
Now, what did y'all think? Why did he have his hand over the flames down in the basement where the dragon bones are?
Well, do you remember in Game of Thrones, Daenerys used to do that all the time?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I think they feel comforted by fire because there's dragon blood.
Because the first thing I thought was maybe he's trying to cauterize that cut that was on his hand.
Oh,
that's what I was thinking. Because the Targaryens do I
think that's a different
kind of feel with fire and stuff. But that's the first thing that hit in my mind. I thought, he's trying to heal up that little cut because it was bleeding.
I think it was his other hand.
I don't know. Anyway, that's what I
just thought it was like back in the day when she used to do that with the eggs and stuff. She likes the heat, and I think
that's probably correct. Yeah, that's probably
he's
correct.
More Targaryen than the wife. He's more.
Well, he's a Targaryen because he's offspring of the king. So.
Right.
Or the king's
That's
brother.
what I thought. But I love that he was down in the basement with the big
crypts. The big skull.
And that was the last surviving. I like that history too. Those bones was the last surviving dragon when the doom hit. And the doom is what destroyed all of Valeria.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. So he was the last surviving dragon. Wow. And I forget what he said his name was, but
I think it was Aegon.
No, that was the king at the time. But I mean the dragon. He said what the dragon's name was, but
I missed it.
Yeah, I missed it. I'm going to go back
the king was
and
Jaehaerys. Jaehaerys was the king, but I think the dragon was Aegon.
Was it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'll have to go back and look.
Let's go back once. Didn't you find it interesting though? When the Maester was holding the baby and he asked the king, did you and your wife discuss a name? And he said, Balon.
Mm-hmm.
Now, wasn't that them Greyjoys?
Yeah,
I think it was Balon Greyjoy. Yeah.
Balon Greyjoy was the daddy of
but there's a bunch of different names that get repeated through history because Viserys,
that's true.
Daenerys's brother is also a Viserys.
Right.
Yes.
But he's like the third or
yes.
So they repeat names.
Right. And but I just found that was interesting though, that was the name that they were going to name the boy.
Yeah.
I loved how, first of all, they tied in so much of Game of Thrones into this.
Yes.
Because when Rhaenyra, I want to say Rhaenyra.
I know.
Rhaenyra and Alicent were studying, or she was trying to study with her under the tree.
The weirwood tree.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they were talking about one of the stories that she was trying to learn. And they talked about going to Nymeria, which was Arya's direwolf name.
Yes.
So it was just like all these different names they kept, or things they kept bringing that was in the game. And it's like,
that's what I loved about Kristen when he took his helmet off and Alicent said, he's Dornish.
Yes.
I thought, he's from Prince
and we met a Baratheon.
Yes.
The Baratheon. Well,
Aegon Stark.
Mm-hmm.
But the Baratheon in the tournament, he was the one that said, the queen that never was.
The queen that never was.
Yeah.
You remember the hand said, you could have his tongue cut out for that.
Yeah.
So I think that was supposed to be like a little
disrespect thing. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's what I thought. That's the way I took it too. I thought,
I think
damn
she just
Baratheons.
that ain't right.
Yeah.
But I love the callback to all those houses.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yep.
That we're not obviously going to see as
Well,
much.
and I just like all the talk about, you sent me to the Vale and you sent me here and you sent me there. I thought, hey, we know
where that is.
That one chick's crazy. Cat's crazy sister was. Lady Cat's crazy sister. We remember that.
Oh,
anyway,
breastfeeding 8-year-old,
oh God, 10-year-old. No,
we ain't going there.
Please don't.
No, but yeah, I do like it.
Yeah, I love all that,
and I love the fact that the music is similar. It's not exactly identical, but it's similar.
Right. All of a sudden, you can hear. Catch it. That was
actually,
really cool.
I hear our rendition. Actually,
of course.
Don't you know?
Oh my gosh!
When
oh my gosh!
The final credits came up. I'm like, they listened to our rendition, our family reunion edition of the song.
Yep.
Oh my gosh, so good.
That's hilarious, though.
It's so good.
That's really good.
But back to the little crypt area when he's bringing Rhaenyra down to talk to her. Obviously, she's still a little salty, but he's like, I need to know what do you feel about the realm and dragons and how
he says, what do you see when you look at the dragon?
Sorry.
That's what he said. And she was salty because she said, you haven't said a word to me since our mother's funeral. And now you want me to tell you what I think about a dragon?
Mm-hmm.
Which is a typical teenage response, don't you think? I thought it was perfect for her.
That was good.
And then he says, well, come on, because this is important, so.
Yeah.
But she had the correct answer, though. And one that I think he liked. Because it's true. Without them dragons, they just like everybody else.
Yeah. She's not going to be an arrogant like his brother possibly.
Yeah.
Been leader.
Yeah.
Ruler. That just wants power for power's sake. Although, once they get the power, they might change.
No, it don't go that way.
I loved how they did that kind of back and forth between her getting ready for the ceremony to be crowned and then him trying to explain to her also about going back to Game of Thrones or forward to Game of Thrones.
Yes.
About the lore of the Night's Watch and all the things that are going to happen. Like he's already setting up there's this story that has been passed down to all of us. And now I'm passing.
I love that.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be the one that's going to need to make sure we prepare for this. That's coming.
Yes.
He says it's coming from the north with the wind.
Yeah.
And you're going to have everybody, united if you're going to defeat. That's what he says. If you're going to defeat these creatures.
Yeah.
He don't name them, but.
No, but I mean.
We know who we
know.
I'm just going, this is my perspective at this point. Because I'm still salty. Hashtag still and forever gonna be salty for my whole rest of my life. Okay? Yeah. About the ending of Game of Thrones.
Okay.
Because it negated every effing story that we had up until that ending season, which is what pisses me off. But anyway, I'm gonna let that go for now. I'm only letting it go to say, I don't consider that part of the story. I'm not accepting that as a real part of the story. So when he says that, my old brain is going, F you, it ain't gonna be nothing. Ain't gonna be about nothing.
Well, but it's already
I'm gonna let that go and just assume that that's not really part of the real story and that there is gonna be a real battle and they're really gonna have to deal with these things at some point.
Yeah.
And not that it's just some bullshit.
Well, he just told her that because he said, I'm passing it down because it's passed down each time.
Right.
And the only people who even know about the dream or the information in the dream is the people who are on the Iron Throne.
Right. That's it.
Yep. That's it. Nobody else. Even their other relatives don't know. So I liked it myself. I thought that was great.
I like it
because it's like a secret that she has.
But it ain't no good secret if you think about the last season.
But it's going to be 172 years. They don't know it's going to be 172 years. He thinks it's more immediate than that,
sooner,
but it's not.
Way sooner, like her lifetime.
Exactly. That's what he's thinking. That's why each king keeps passing it down because they think it's going to be in their lifetime.
Right.
I thought it was a great tie-in myself.
It was.
I thought it was great.
Was called The Song of Ice and Fire.
Just like it was. So I thought it was a great tie-in myself. I thought that was a very nice, very short. I like the way they have the very succinct little nuggets put in there, and they're not beating you over the head with it. There was no info dumps in this whole show.
No.
Their conversations with one another were just so easy and like believable and real, but you picked up information. I like that.
Yes, me too. I thought it was excellent.
Excellent.
I was so excited.
It was.
Yeah.
Yep. I loved it when all these houses that we've come to know were pledging fealty to the king and to her, the princess of Dragonstone. I love that.
Yes.
That was well done.
That one dude was salty looking though, wasn't he?
I think a bunch of them were salty.
A bunch of them were salty. The Baratheon guy was salty looking.
Yep.
Stark was salty.
He seemed kind of salty.
That old the dude from Old Town, he was salty looking.
Yes.
The only one that didn't look salty to me was Lord Corlys.
Right.
Yeah.
He was the only one
and
that didn't look salty.
That really should have been salty.
Right.
Well, yeah, because his wife should have been the queen.
Yeah.
Right.
But you know.
Yeah.
But like Rhaenyra said, by her daddy naming her, it was kind of like a reprimand against not naming her aunt.
Yes.
Queen.
Yeah.
Right.
When it was really her time, you know. So
her great cousin.
Her cousin, yeah.
So now they can move forward, you know, from here. And we know it's gonna be a battle.
It's gonna be a mess.
Battle royale coming.
I feel like it's gonna be Daemon, of course, but it also might be her great cousin.
Yeah.
Because the great cousin could have been named too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he was gonna give it to a woman.
Yeah, he could have given it back to her.
Back to her.
Yeah.
Could have.
Could have.
So I feel like she's gonna have something to say about that.
But the thing is, we don't know how long this king is gonna last.
True.
Like, is Rhaenyra gonna be much older?
About this, you know,
his
Uzi thing,
or somebody gonna take him out.
His Uzi thing.
His Uzi.
I was like, the only other thing I was thinking of is like, why were they all like, okay, we gotta name this heir now?
I know, that's what I kept thinking.
Obviously, somebody's thinking he ain't gonna make it too much longer.
Wait a minute. Okay, in my opinion,
because it only been 10 years.
Right. Yeah. But in my opinion, the Otto got some shit working in the background. Hightower, the hand of the king.
Oh, he do.
He got some stuff working, working in the background, and he wanted somebody else named. He don't want Daemon named.
No,
he certainly didn't think he was going to name Daenerys.
He'd pick the daughter. Yeah.
Or he wanted not Daenerys, Rhaenyra. Or he wanted her name because he thinks he can overthrow her.
Control.
Control her.
No, I think Otto wanted the baby named because until the baby came of age, he would be the one running shit, wouldn't he?
But that meeting happened after they already knew the baby died. Because the king had said, my wife and son just died.
Yeah.
Right. But
and y'all bother me with this.
Before anybody died, before she even started having the baby, why was it so important to have the succession ceremony now? This year, right now.
Right.
That's my thing. It's like, why were we even having it? He had only been in power for
I think it's
years.
just something that should have been done years ago.
Probably. Yeah, I didn't take it like he was trying to do nothing nefarious at that time because, you know, it was assumed that the baby was going to be a boy.
Right.
The Meisters have
Yeah, but
said
the
it.
baby was going to be a baby, so it wasn't going to rule shit for a while.
Well, but still,
Right.
I mean,
True, but they just needed someone named.
Right. But just because it's a baby does not mean that there's not going to be people around him to protect him and to guide him. I'm sure Otto figured like he going to be one of them.
Yeah.
You see what I mean? So,
Yeah.
They just didn't want Damon to be named.
They sure
He
did.
already grown.
No,
They sure didn't.
he's already
They
out of
can't control him.
Yeah, they can't control him.
Yeah.
And he says stuff right up in their faces that they don't want to hear.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm just curious how long King's gonna last.
I know.
At this point,
I don't think
too.
it's going to be long.
I don't either.
I don't
at
think
this
so
point.
either. I think he's gonna be next episode or two. He's off.
Ooh, that quick?
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah, they're gonna take
Ooh.
over.
I think they're gonna get rid of him that quick.
Well,
I don't know.
they might think it's easier to get to her if he's not there.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't,
Could
and the
be.
brother's not there.
Watch your
So,
back,
right.
Viserys.
You know, they better watch it because hey, she got Syrax, you know?
Yeah.
First of all, she ain't gonna be no pushover.
No,
No.
she's not
No.
gonna be no pushover. Because she already wanted to be out doing battle and sword fighting and
Right.
stuff. So no,
Mm-mm.
they better watch it.
Yeah.
Well, we gonna find out. We got a whole 9 more episodes.
Yeah.
Oh, this
to
is
find out.
this is
So
just
good.
wonderful.
Just the first one.
So
It was
good.
just the first one, y'all. Just the
Really
So
good.
good. So
I
good.
really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Okay, y'all. So we did have some feedback. Thank you, guys.
Okay.
Awesome.
Well, we did ask folks ahead of time to be sure and send in their taglines because we want to do like we did on Game of Thrones and have y'all be part of the podcast every episode. So for those of y'all who are new, you don't know maybe that we read every single piece of feedback that we get on the podcast. So if that makes our podcast long, it's just going to be long. So
you will
just
be on.
Yeah. It probably will be.
FYI. But we have also gotten into having people send in their taglines for the show that we played during our opening credits, quote unquote, of the podcast. So we asked for that a little ahead of time, and we have gotten some entries.
Okay.
So
I can't wait to hear the new one.
I know. So we'll start out with the first one that we got, and it is from Samantha.
Hey, Samantha.
Hey, Samantha.
Hey, Samantha. And so she says, representing Team Targaryen. Let me play this for y'all.
This is Samantha from Wisconsin. I am the dragon's daughter, and I swear to you, those who harm you will die screaming.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
I got
I
goosebumps.
like that.
I love it.
Your voice is smooth, Samantha.
Yeah.
Samantha.
I like that one. Okay, and that was all she said. She didn't say anything else in her email, but thank you, Samantha.
Thank you.
We'll play that on the next. Actually, it'll be on this one. Y'all
Yeah,
hear it twice.
it'll be-
Y'all hear it twice.
Okay.
Our next one is from Jackie.
Hey, Jackie.
Jackie. Ah, my beloved sisters. I can't believe we finally get to have another GOT-ish season with y'all. Heart. I'm going into this show totally blind, so I couldn't think of anything to say that was relevant for this show other than an incest reference.
Oh.
And she has
Great.
a laughy face. Love y'all so much, and I can't wait to hear all your hot takes. Be well. And let me play her tagline.
Okay.
Hey, Sistah Speak fam. This is Jackie from Silicon Valley, and this is your PSA to KTSS. Keep that shit short and sign up for the Patreon if you can, because we all love our sisters as much as a Targaryen loves their siblings.
Oh, Jackie.
Yes.
Good one. That was a good one.
Nice.
I love it.
That was
Jay.
a good one.
And for those of y'all who don't know, Jackie gave y'all the definition.
Yes.
KTSS on your feedback. Keep that shit short.
Because that's what I used to tell all of them.
And we'll probably have to say it again this season at some point. We haven't got there yet, but we will.
You will be read.
Thank you, Jackie.
Thank you, Jackie.
Thank you, Jackie.
Okay, our next one is from Goody Roop.
Hey,
Hey,
I
Goody.
can't do it as good as you do, Goody.
I know.
Hello, sisters. Let me know if I need to change anything. Sincerely, Goody. Now, Goody, you know we like you just the way you are.
Greetings
Yeah.
from Dame Goody of the North. Kakalaki. Worst of her name. Sour like dill pickles. Bringing fuck around and find out energy to the Sistahs guard.
Yeah.
Wow. Fuck around and find out. I love it.
She's part of the Sistahs guard.
Wow.
Her and Zombie Scotty got to get together.
Yes.
They got it together.
Oh my
I
God.
love it.
Love
Thank
it.
you,
He
Goody.
said cackawacking.
Something about
Sour
dill
like a
pickles.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's good. That's a good one.
Yes.
Good one, Goody.
Bring that fuck around and find out energy. I love it. Okay, our next one is a email, and this is from Shalita.
Hi, Shalita.
Hello, sisters. Been a minute. I hope everyone is doing well. We are.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I look forward to hearing y'all discuss this show. Thanks to GOT, Game of Thrones, I can't really get hype anymore. But I liked Rhaenyra and the King and Queen. Granted, Daemon and Otto are basically trying to take over. I'm sad the Queen died.
Yeah.
She and her husband were truly in love. Otto sending his young-ass daughter in there to comfort the king is just wrong on so many levels.
Yes, 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 yes.
For real.
Stop it. Don't do that shit.
I could do without seeing Doctor Who's ass.
Oh, no.
Yes,
He's good.
no. Oh, I didn't even, where do we see his butt? Oh,
In that whole house.
The whole house.
Yeah, when we first meet his mistress.
Now, wait, we didn't talk about this real quick. That mistress was not having it. She's like, you are the brother of the king. You're the next in line. You are Daemon Targaryen. Get your shit together.
Yeah, she was.
Didn't you?
You need me to bring in some help?
Oh, but
Wait,
you know
did you
what?
notice she said someone with silver hair?
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
right, she did.
You know what? I want to know what's gonna happen when he get home because he took the mistress with him.
Didn't he
Yes,
know?
he did.
Yeah, he
Yes, he
did.
did.
Well, obviously
Mhm.
nothing. The wife don't run nothing.
Mm-mm.
There you go. That's true.
And he
That's
probably
true.
don't even have the same wing of the houses.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably not.
That's why he brought her along.
I
Yeah.
hope she's got her own thing going on because,
She probably do.
may as well.
She probably do if he'd been gone that long.
There goes
Yeah.
Sister A.
Mhm.
I mean,
Living it in.
But she said she could do without seeing his ass. Just no. And damn, he was brutal. Who do you think snitched on him?
He got his spies.
I think
Otto got
Otto-
his spies.
Otto
yeah.
was waiting, itching
Yeah.
to have some dirt.
yeah.
He was waiting.
Wait.
He was waiting for
Probably
some dirt.
got people following him.
Probably.
Yep.
Mhm.
And I was legit expecting to see more dragons than just the two. Oh, well. That's it. Can't wait to hear the podcast. Shalita from Philly. P.S. Not really. Just had to throw one in for old time's sake.
Yeah.
You gotta.
Shalita.
Thank you,
gotta.
Shalita.
Thank you,
Thank you, Shalita.
Now,
I was
Shalita,
grateful for those dragons. I think it was
Me
a good-
too.
Yeah.
I thought they looked great.
Yeah.
I thought they were good.
And I like the way, I like how they're showing the affection the
Yeah.
Targaryens have for the dragons and
Yes.
vice versa.
Yeah.
Because he had his whole touch the dragon with him there and everything so that dragon wouldn't buck her off.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Mhm.
Yep.
Mhm.
and just
Yep.
hugging the dragon in the breath and everything.
I
That was a
know.
good,
Yeah.
that was a
Yeah.
good touch.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Mhm.
I loved it. Yeah.
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 I was like, now you know you ain't leaving the dragon. Because when at first he was hugging it, I was like, wait a minute now, you taking the baby with you.
That's his ride.
Right.
That's his ride.
How's he gonna get home?
Hey, he ain't no Dothraki. He ain't got no horse. He don't need
We're going to have Dothrakis in this one.
We're going to see.
I hope so.
Because they were supposed to be an ancient people too.
Right. I hope so.
I hope so too.
What
Yeah.
if we see Khal Drogo's great granddaddy? And wait, what if he looked just like him?
He looked good. Oh yeah, he looked just like him.
I feel like
Let's hope so.
I would, if I was a writer, I would write that way so we could bring him back.
I like your thinking.
So,
I like it too.
Yeah.
Although we're going to see him in C.
Right. So
Very, very
busy.
soon.
Jason busy.
We're going to see him this weekend.
Yeah.
Busy. You're right.
Yeah, we're going to see him this weekend.
I forgot. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll get my Jason fix. I'll get my
with
Jason
our chips
fix.
and such.
Oh, I can't wait.
Lord.
I can't wait for that.
With your 4 pretzels. Yeah. Okay.
And a Pringle. Don't forget
a Pringle.
the Pringle.
It wasn't a Pringle.
It was 2 and some crumbs.
Oh my God.
If y'all have not seen that, you need to go to our YouTube and look for the bonus feature called 4 pretzels,
and a Pringle.
It is hilarious.
Hilarious.
And the most hilarious part, which you don't catch, well, y'all didn't catch it first, but I was noticing it, was all of her gestures.
I wasn't catching it at first either.
Me either. I didn't catch it until I saw the playback.
Yep.
And Sister A is acting up.
Right.
She was
y'all.
That's what you call taunting.
Yeah. Taunt.
Because she knew we could not stop laughing. So she was like,
yep.
It was so funny though.
That was funny.
It was
funny. It was funny.
Anyway, that's on our YouTube channel. Go check it out, y'all.
Okay.
Oh, but what we were talking about, just a real quick aside, we do a TV commentary where we watch a show. You can watch with us. We don't play the show, but we just tell you when to hit play. And you can have us watching with you while we eat. And I love that so much because we can eat and watch the show together. And talk.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
That's on our Patreon channel.
That's on our Patreon.
You can join us.
Best fun.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
It is.
Anyway, just aside. So we'll be doing the 3rd season of C.
Yeah.
So just FYI, if y'all want to see that.
Can't wait for Baba Bow.
I know.
Can't wait. Yes.
Yes. All right. Okay. Our next email is from Joseph.
Hey, Joseph. Hey, Joseph.
Hey, sisters. I cannot believe that it has been 3 years since the series finale of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah. It has been 3 years, y'all.
Yeah.
That's a long time. And I'm still salty. It is now 2022 and the prequel series is now out. As always, I'll try to keep this shit short.
Because I'll let you know, Joseph.
I will say at least this. I'm scrolling. At least it is very, very, very big font.
Oh, hell no.
Okay,
Come on now,
see.
Joseph. Come on.
Overall, I thought the pilot episode was solid in laying the foundation of what is to come with the overall story arc for the first season. Even though we absolutely did not have to see that poor criminal man get his penis cut off. And have their penis get 3 seconds of airtime. Yeah, when they put it, I didn't know what it was. It didn't look like no penis to me.
You knew what it was. Could you tell?
Like just a bunch of
I wasn't
mess.
looking.
In the extra, in the episode segment,
They did it for a deterrent.
Well, look, I wasn't mad at him though.
Like, listen,
you?
What happens when you are a rapist?
Exactly. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. They did it for a deterrent.
Yeah.
So that's what you get.
Okay. So I wasn't mad at Daemon on that one. I liked it actually.
Yeah, me too.
But yeah, we didn't need to see that, Joseph.
No.
In the extra in the episode segment on HBO Max, I had my closed captions on, and it revealed that the lady who was narrating the intro portion of the pilot was in fact the old lady version of Rhaenyra herself. Well, we knew that because she said my father.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So
was
we
the
knew
one.
that.
So we knew that part.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'm pretty sure if you saw any of the commercials, there's going to be 2 Rhaenyras. One's the young one and one's the
I
older
didn't
one.
know.
Yeah. One's the really young
Sorry,
one. Yeah.
Sister A, there's going to be 2.
Okay.
She grows up at some point. Anyway, I found it quite revealing since it was only revealed via the closed captions and in that special behind the scenes clip. Yeah, but we knew it in the show because the very first minute she says
they said my father. She said my father
elected
right
king,
and she's narrating throughout the whole thing. So yeah, we knew that.
It was so heartbreaking for the mom to die during childbirth. I honestly thought the newborn would be fine. I did not expect to see a smaller pyre for the baby too. I know that was sad.
Yeah, that was sad.
As my theory of a possible plot line, I think Lady Alicent will turn on Rhaenyra at some point.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah, because her daddy gonna help her do that.
She was throwing some looks at her.
Yeah.
Already.
Yes.
Already.
Her side eye during the final part of the episode was very apparent that the cameraman had to show her. Even her father, Master of Coin, looked oddly suspicious too. Well, her father's the hand of the king.
Yeah, her father's Hightower, the hand of the king,
Otto,
not the Master of Coin.
The one whose wife died recently.
Mm-hmm.
I love the nod of the original series at the end of the episode when Rhaenyra's father mentions about the long winter approaching. Sigh. If only they knew. Laugh out loud. Yeah, see, that's Joseph, I'm with you. Because that's what I was like.
That's what she's talking about.
It ain't gonna be nothing, y'all. But we're just not gonna let that be the truth, right? I absolutely cannot wait for the podcast, especially the video version. XOXO Joseph from Las Vegas.
Thank you, Joseph.
Thank you, Joseph. And Joseph also had a tagline, which I'm going to play.
Okay, cool.
Hey, Sister Speak Nation. This is Joseph from Las Vegas. I graciously would like to thank the old gods and the new for not allowing the old showrunners of our beloved Dem Thrones from being a part of this so far wonderful prequel series. Dracarys.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, baby.
I wish this said the shade.
He said what he said.
The shade.
The shade.
The shade.
What he said.
He said what he said.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
Good one.
At all.
Good. Yeah, actually, that's a good one.
Although, in all honesty, some of the same people that were on that show are on this one.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but they not directing it.
Yeah. The one who directed this one directed several of the ones last season. But I mean, directors, they don't have that. They're not showrunners. So,
that's true.
But still. So all I'm going to say is it takes more than 2 people to jack up a show.
That's true.
That's how I go.
Okay. There we go again.
So we gave a lot of hate to 2 particular people, but it was a lot more than 2 that jacked that shit up.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
And some people even like that mess.
What?
Yeah, there's people out there that like that stuff.
Yeah, they did.
They did. Anyway, thank you, Joseph.
Thank you, Joseph.
Thank you, Joseph.
Okay, our next piece of feedback is from, oh my gosh, we're getting our family together, y'all. Ray, no longer from Cali, but from Houston.
Right. Hey, Ray. Ray in Houston.
Wow.
Ray in H-Town.
H-Town. Hello, sisters. So glad to be back on Dem Thrones. I can't wait to hear your voices and insight on this great first episode. I am also looking forward to hearing from the family. I miss you all and the days of a long-ass Sister Speak podcast episode. To save Sister K's voice, my audio files are attached.
Oh, nice.
Thank you. How'd you know I'd be confident? Okay, let me play her feedback. And then she also has a tagline.
Oh, good.
Hey, sisters. This is Ray from Cali, now in Texas. Yeah. Howdy there, y'all. How the heck are y'all doing?
You sound so good, Ray.
Them thrones is back, baby. Them thrones is back. House of Dragon. I gotta admit, I was a little nervous at first, right? I didn't really realize how I'm still sore and tender from what that last season of Game of Thrones did to us all. So I was like, I don't even know. I didn't even watch it Sunday night. I watched it this morning, Monday morning. So my feedback is real fresh and everything in my mind. But like I said, I was nervous because I was like, is it going to be good? Am I going to like the characters? Am I going to be able to get into it? But I tell you what, after about that first 5 minutes in, I was like, okay, all right. Yeah. Started peeking up, getting excited for it all. It had the full elements of Game of Thrones as we know it. Yes. It had some sex, violence, and treachery going in there, right? Yep. So we already know this story is going to be about the civil war between the Targaryens. And I'm all for it. I'm ready for it. I'm happy to see that we, have like some people all ready to kind of, get a feel of and see, where it's going to lie. It's kind of early for me to decide which side or who I'm going to choose and all of those things. Cause like, I like the brother, Daemon Targaryen. Yeah. I know he's going to be a hothead and have some evil to him, but he spoke the truth to his brother. He told the king, you weak, and they gunning for you and you don't even see it. And that's true, especially that damn Otto Hightower. Ooh. Like, are you serious? He
Thank you.
His daughter in? His daughter?
Yep.
The night that the queen and the little baby died. Like, damn. That's some cold-blooded shit.
Get him caught up.
And that's the queen, Rhaenyra's best friend. So we already see like where this is going. It's gonna be good. I'm alert. I'm ready for it. I definitely do like the queen.
I'm alert.
Right now, she's young, and we will be able to see her grow. Kind of like in the same manner that we saw Daenerys grow. So I'm ready to see how she grows into her power. But just a quick question before I go. Did y'all get goosebumps at the funeral when she had to, like, when you knew it, you could feel it was coming? She was going to tell her dragon to blow that fire when she went, to goddess. Yes. Ooh, goosebumps. Awesome. Yes, get it.
Yeah.
All right, so that's all I got to say for right now. I'm ready for it. Them thrones, baby. Let's go.
Come on, Ray.
Y'all, come on now. Y'all throwing up the KTSS already.
Come on, Ray.
Done. She was done.
All right.
I'm with you, Ray. It gave me goosebumps too.
When she said
Viserys.
Yes. Yeah. We's ready.
Oh,
we's waiting for that word.
Yep.
Yes.
And I love that. It's like they're going back with that old language.
Velaryon, High
Velaryon.
Yep.
And that even at the very beginning when I forgot the dragon's name, Syrinx came in. Syrinx. And the handler was saying Doharis. He didn't say Doharis, he said Doharas, which I don't know what that means yet. Except that maybe calm down or cool off
or something,
back up or something.
Or maybe it's like in Spanish and French and stuff. He said that way because it's a girl one.
Oh,
awesome. That's what I thought.
Yeah, it could be.
Okay.
That's what I thought.
But I just love that. And that's going to learn some new words.
Yes.
So I'm excited. Okay. So Ray also had a tagline. So let's play.
Hey, sisters, this is Ray from Cali in Texas now, calling to leave my tagline. Well. We see that Jon Snow ain't the only one who knows nothing. King Viserys, you ain't got to be worried about no secrets of the long night, bruh. D&D destroyed that storyline, and Arya killed him. Yep, not a factor.
Not a factor.
Okay. The shade. Oh, we need one more.
We need more shade.
That's what I was trying to say earlier, Ray. I didn't say it as well as you did.
Yeah.
I'm like, how are they gonna? I guess they're just gonna make us drop that part of it and say, okay, this long night or winter is coming.
I
and
don't know.
We got to battle all these things, even though we know these things ain't really going to be much. I don't know what we're supposed to do with this. That's the only thing that's throwing me for a little bit of a loop is how I'm supposed to forget that part, but I got to figure out how to forget it. But anyway, thank you, Ray.
Thank you, Ray.
Thank you, Ray.
Thank you, Ray. And we have one more email. And this one is from Julia.
Hey, Julia.
Hi, Julia.
Hello, ladies. Long time no speak. Hope you ladies are well. House of the Dragon just started, and I wondered if you were going to cover it. I was going to leave it alone, but they got me again. They did us the same way.
Yep.
However, as we know where things will end, I am trying to stay not too invested. No crazy detailed theories, just interesting characters doing interesting and bad things. I hope it is fun and interesting. Would love to hear your ladies' views and hear your laughter and the Sistah Speak family. Julia.
Thank you, Julia.
Thank you, Julia.
Yeah, I can honestly say I'm hooked. Yeah, I'm intrigued.
I thoroughly enjoyed.
Yeah,
I do too.
Mm-hmm.
More than I expected to.
Yes.
Yeah. And I don't easily rewatch something, but I was excited to go back and watch it again today. So yeah, I'm definitely hooked too.
I am too.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad that we all liked it.
Yeah.
The only thing I said before it started was I just hope that it's entertaining and decent.
It is.
Yeah.
It's very entertaining.
It is. Yeah, it really blew my expectations
So
out
far,
large.
so good.
Yeah.
Yep.
So far, so good. Thank you guys so much for sending in your feedback and your taglines. I hope you enjoyed hearing them on the beginning of the podcast. And for everyone else out there, we would love to have your tagline. Please send it in to sistahspeak@gmail.com along with your emails or your voicemails. We love hearing your voices. So send in your voicemails. For Samantha, Jackie, Goody, Joseph, and Ray, who you did send your tagline in the time that we mentioned, you are all going to get a new fun piece of Sistah Speak swag. I will be sending you an email at some point within the next day to confirm your address. And then we will be sending that swag out to you as soon as we can. So thank you so much for sending in those taglines.
Yep.
And we love it, love it, love
Thank you.
Everyone
Thank
else,
you
please get
all.
yours in so we can put you on the podcast.
Yes.
All right. Well, so that is it for this episode. We hope you enjoyed. We will be back for the rest of the season. So please send your theories. Please, no spoilers. Send your theories. Let us know what you think about the new show, about the podcast, how long you've been listening. We love to hear all those types of things. You can send all of that to sistahspeak@gmail.com. And if you want to find out where we have more podcasts for you to listen to, you can go to sistahspeakproductions.com and we have a listing of every single podcast. You can listen right there on the website, or you can go to anywhere that podcasts are housed to find anything that we do.
And we do a plethora.
We do a plethora.
Sure
This
do.
is our fifth, for those that don't know, this is our 15th year podcast.
15, y'all.
15
And we still doing
year,
it.
and we still going strong. So we're going to keep going as long as we want, as long as y'all are with us and we having fun. And we're doing exactly that.
Yep.
We are also on Instagram, Facebook. We have a private group on Facebook called Sistah Speak Nation. You can join and talk to other family members. We have Twitter. We're also on Patreon, as we mentioned earlier. We have some different and interesting content there. And you also get early access to our podcasts. We're on YouTube, where hopefully a lot of y'all are watching us now, seeing us in person and in the flesh. And you can find us all just by searching for Sistah Speak, and we will pop up on you. We will pop up.
Popping.
All right, y'all.
Oh, Lord.
That is it for now, y'all. We are out. I'm Sister K.
I'm Sister J.
I'm Sister Alam.
And I'm Sistah.
We'll see y'all next time. Bye.
We back, baby.
See you under the werewood tree.
Dracarys, all y'all.